Why is the Conservative Party pandering to radical Islamist organizations? On September 27th of 2018, the deputy leader of the Conservative Party of Canada, who acts as the second in command to leader Andrew Scheer, met with the National Council of Canadian Muslims. Now, why is Lisa Raitt pandering to this radical Islamic organization? This is just insane. The NCCM was formerly known as CAIR-CAN, and the reason they changed their organization's name to the National Council of Canadian Muslims is because they wanted to distance themselves from the Muslim Brotherhood front group CAIR, which they claimed there has never been a relationship between CAN-CAIR and CAIR, which is totally not true and can be easily debunked with this timeline that was created by the Quebec-based Islamic watchdog group Point de Bascule. June 1994, the Council on American Islamic Relations, CAIR, was established by three leaders of the Islamic Association of Palestine, IAP: Nahid Awad, Omar Ahmad, and Rafiq Jabir. The IAP was a front group for Hamas in the United States in the 80s and 90s. In a video archived by the Investigative Project on Terrorism, Nahid Awad expressed his support for Hamas at Barry University in 1994. In 2002, an American judge presiding the case, Holy Land Foundation for Relief and Development versus Ashcroft, concluded that the Islamic Association for Palestine, IAP, has acted in support of Hamas. 2000, the foundation of CAIR-CAN. December 29, 2000, a CAIR-CAN press release issued in Washington provides the name of a US-based CAIR leader as contacted to comment about a fire at a mosque in Canada. In this press release, CAIR-CAN is referred to as CAIR's office in Canada. August 31st, 2001. A US-based CAIR's leader's name is added as a contact in a CAIR-CAN press release criticizing the Canada-based National Post. In this press release, CAIR-CAN is referred to as the Canadian Office of the Council on American Islamic Relations. October 10th, 2002. Washington-based CAIR files a trademark application for an exclusive use of its acronym CAIR in Canada. In the Canadian government's database, the address of the applicant CAIR is the following: 453 New Jersey Avenue, Southeast Washington, D.C., 20003, United States of America. 2003. In a journalist's guide to Islam conceived by CAIR-CAN, page 15, Washington-based CAIR is described as CAIR-CAN's parent organization, page 14. December 16, 2003. CAIR-CAN Chair Shima Khan swears in an affidavit supporting Washington-based CAIR in a legal trademark battle that it has direct control over CAIR-CAN's activities in Canada. March 10, 2005. A Canadian government agency confirms that, in Canada, the trademark on the acronym CAIR belongs to the Washington-based CAIR. August 14, 2007. In a list of CAIR chapters, CAIR-CAN appears between CAIR Ohio and CAIR Central Pennsylvania. Now let's talk about the NCCM and their policies. The NCCM is an organization that lobbies Sharia-based and anti-integration policies, such as corrupting children's public education with Islamic propaganda, giving employers special suitable arrangements for Muslims, and promoting the farcical Islamophobia agenda. Children's public schools are to have special arrangements for student Muslims, such as the following: designate empty rooms for Muslim students to use for prayer and bar other students from walking in front of them if they are present. To provide special prayer times for Muslim students during school time and even during class. Schools to allow Muslims to wash their feet in the water fountains or sinks. extra time off school after lunch every Friday for worship that could take up to an hour. Exemption from the curriculum, such as physical education, art, music, drama, etc. Allowing Muslims to take days off for their religious holidays. The barring of any physical contact between the opposite sex. Employers are to have special arrangements for Muslims, such as the following. Employers to provide special prayer times for Muslims during work. Employers to allow Muslims to wash their feet in the sinks or fountains. Allowing Muslims to leave work early during Ramadan. Allowing Muslims to take days off for their religious holidays, even going as far as making them provide vacation pay for them. Allowing loose, baggy clothing to be worn, even if it is dangerous, which has even resulted in someone dying in the Canadian workforce, which I will get to in a minute. Exemptions for clean-shaved policies that allow Muslims to have beards. The barring of any physical contact between the opposite sex. Okay, now to digress to the point I made about the death in the workplace. A 23-year-old Muslim woman was killed in the workplace. This is because her hijab got caught in the machinery and she was strangled and crushed to death. This idea that you can have loose and baggy clothing in the workplace, especially in a workplace that has machinery with moving parts, is just insanity. The National Council for Canadian Muslims have lobbied and or supported policies such as the government to ban the use of Islamic State, ISIS or ISIL, and instead adopt the term Daesh, to implement hijabs for RCMP uniforms, the Islamophobia Motion M103, Islamic Heritage Month, even though there's absolutely no heritage of Islam in Canada. Now to raise my question again, why is the Conservative Party of Canada pandering to this radical Islamic organization? I hope you enjoyed that video. Please remember to subscribe and hit that bell.